Ted Rogers Centre for Heart Research is improving the lives of Canadians. Visit tedrogersresearch.ca.
You could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well.
A legend, and he has left us. The one and only Gordon Lightfoot at the age of 84, one of the most important songwriters and singers in not just Canadian history, but in music history. Devo, Colin, Justin, Sid here with you. We're going to bring Frank Ferragini into the conversation as well. It's been a morning of reflection. This news breaking last night. He passed away peacefully in hospital. We all have memories here. We all love the catalog. We all have our thoughts today. And Frank, I want to start with you. Your thoughts today after the loss of a legend like Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah, I received a message last night right away by a former Citytv reporter who I went to see the concert of Gordon Lightfoot with. That's Alex Pearson. We went, it was the 40th anniversary at Mariposa in 2000, where, you know, that's where he originated from, in Orillia, Ontario, of course. But when we think of Gordon Lightfoot, we think of him as a storyteller of the nation, of course, but as well, right here in Toronto, he was really known for Yorkville in the 60s and early 70s. He was there performing often at the Riverboat Coffee House. So I just think, I got the pleasure to meet him once. He was very humble, a humble man with a great history, and he'll live forever.
Frankie, well said. Devo, I know Devo's going to dive into more of the incredible statistics around this artist in terms of awards and #1 albums, and how many times his songs were covered by Barbra Streisand, by some of the greatest singers in music. Like he was that type of songwriter. He hit everyone in a very specific way, Devo.
Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Harry Belafonte, who we recently lost as well, Bob Dylan, all covering tracks or doing songs written by Gordon Lightfoot. So your favorite artist, this was their favorite artist when it came down to it, and their favorite songwriter. I will break down kind of all the awards and everything as you mentioned, but that song that we heard off the top, if you can read my mind, that cover that Stars on 54 did, so everyone knows that disco and dance version, hit #1 in dance charts all around the world. So the cover versions and even just samples that have been used throughout the years from Gordon Lightfoot, his impact, the legacy will continue to carry on, and it's been massive across all genres of music.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those great Canadian songs, isn't it? It's up there with like Hallelujah, even like Echo Beach, Martha and the Muffins. There are these incredible Canadian tunes that just resonate throughout the world, and that's certainly one of them.
And I think now is a time, for me, it's a time to celebrate. I mean, rather than commiserate too much, because he had a life incredibly well lived. He passed at 84 years of age. The term national treasure is overused in so many applications, but he was a true national treasure. And as a Brit who came to Canada, I was so aware of his pedigree and the fact, Devo, as you'd said, so many illustrious artists had covered his material. He was such a narrator, such a storyteller, and from what I know, I didn't ever meet him, apparently an absolute gentleman. So sadly missed, R.I.P., but a life well lived.
Here, here. And again, Devo's going to dive more into it, but to go to he was your favorite singer's favorite singer, I want to end the segment with a quote from Bob Dylan about Gordon Lightfoot, who once said, "I cannot think of any Gordon Lightfoot song I didn't like. Every time I hear a song of his, it's like I wish it would last forever."
What an epitaph.
When you have Bob Dylan saying that,
yeah, that's quite something.
That gives you an idea of the weight of this and how this is being carried throughout the music industry and the entertainment industry. And in pop culture, period. So,
and beyond Canada, Sid, beyond, I mean, to the world, to the universe, to the galaxy, revered, adored, loved, much copied, but seldom equaled.
Yes.
Seldom equaled.
An incredible life, an incredible career. We're going to continue to reflect on it this morning here on BT. Devo's going to have a lot more coming up in entertainment. We want to hear from you. How will you look back on the life of the late Gordon Lightfoot, gone at the age of 84. That's You Sound Off, coming up this hour or next hour here on Breakfast Television, 1-866-267-3797. Those are the other ways to get a hold of us. Much more BT coming up.